It's been a traumatic 24 hours for the victims of the Uvalde massacre, as well as their loved ones.
There is new frustration this morning and heartache after the release of the Department of Justice report on what they call outright failures when it comes to the law enforcement response that day. 19 students, and 2 teachers died in that school shooting. U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland said that the priority is to honor the memory of the victims and called the tragedy a failure that should have never happened. NBC5's Alanna Quillen is live in the newsroom for us this morning. And Alanna, these families having to relive this all over again.
They are. The federal report details chaos and confusion during that shooting at Robb Elementary in May 2022. And it confirms a lot of what we already know about the tragedy just through the harsh lens of the Department of Justice. It also offers up to 273 recommendations to prevent similar attacks from ever happening again. Among the key findings, there was a lack of leadership at the chaotic scene that led to confusion and officers waiting to engage the gunman. It took 77 minutes after police arrived to kill him. The report says officers failed to recognize it as an active shooter situation, instead mistakenly thinking it would become a hostage crisis. According to the report, that delay gave the shooter more time to re-engage his deadly actions, and it delayed medical help that could have saved people. The report also cites a lack of urgency at the scene by police and says families of the victims received wrong or inaccurate information about the deaths of loved ones, leading to even more confusion.
As a consequence of failed leadership, training, and policies, injured and scared students and teachers remain trapped with the subject in the classrooms, waiting to be rescued. And I told the families gathered last night what I hope is clear among the hundreds of pages and thousands of details in this report. Their loved ones deserve better.
Now, Uvalde ISD Police Chief Pete Arredondo, along with 5 officers, including 2 DPS troopers, were fired. But the families want the DA of Uvalde County to press charges against dozens of officers who responded that day. After the report was released, those families spoke to media about their mission to find accountability for their children.
Do what wasn't done that day. Do right by the victims and survivors of Robb Elementary. Terminations, criminal prosecutions.
Now, last night, Governor Abbott thanked the Department of Justice for this report. He added the state has already taken steps to make changes and to continue to review other options to make schools safer. The local prosecutor also continues to investigate whether any other crimes occurred. Now, some reforms at the state level are also on the table after the shooting, like raising the purchasing age of an assault rifle to 21 years old and allowing the victims' families to go around governmental immunity and file suit against the departments that failed. But the reality is those 2 things will be very difficult to pass. Live in the newsroom, Alanna Quillen, NBC5.
Okay, Alanna, thank you. This extensive 600-page report is on our website right now. Just head to NBCDFW.com.